Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. And in today's video, we are back and we have the defending champion Denver Nuggets. So obviously Denver won it all last year. Nikola Jokic established himself as the best player in the NBA in many people's eyes, myself included. And it was a very, very magical season in Denver. Now, I do not want to get ahead of ourselves. This team is still very, very good, but I think there are a couple key departures this offseason that definitely make me nervous. I think first and foremost, the loss of Bruce Brown. He's obviously now in Indiana. The man got a bag. You cannot blame him whatsoever. Is relatively going to be pretty important for their bench. I think he was super key to that finals championship run, and I think it could hurt them more than some are realizing. So, not saying Denver's not in contention or anything like that. I still think they're in the top of the top, but I think it is going to hurt. Did lose Jeff Green as well. He had some valuable minutes during the playoffs. He is in Houston now. Again, it's not going to hurt as much as Bruce Brown, but this Denver team is still, as I just mentioned, top of the top. Obviously looking to repeat this year. Nikola Jokic, man, he is going to be fun to use in today's video. And as always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comments section. We are going to be doing every single team, obviously, but if you want me to do your favorite team next, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Obviously, yesterday I did the Miami Heat. Today I did the Denver Nuggets. Obviously good getting both these finals teams out of the way. So obviously this team is incredible. Won a ring just last season, but our goal today is to get them another one. I think we can do it. Let's get into this one. Let's dive into this Nuggets roster. As I previously just mentioned, obviously a few changes from the championship roster, but the main core of this team is still intact. So let's just start off with the point guard spot. Very strong note, and I finally am going to give 2K some credit. They bumped up Jamal Murray's rating. Yeah, I think that makes sense. To an 88 overall. He was an 84 overall for many, many years. Seemingly never was able to have any progression. Actually, funny enough, would regress a little bit. I haven't actually used him too much. I'm hoping he doesn't regress. He's obviously an incredible player and completely turns his game up come playoff time. But yeah, man, 88 overall. I think he could even maybe go 1 or 2 overalls higher. But second best player on this team, in all likelihood, not going anywhere. I have Reggie Jackson here, obviously veteran point guard. 74 overall. That's something we could look to improve down the line. But again, for year one, it's not too bad of an option. I do not mind having a veteran whatsoever. Shooting guard spot. I hate to, kind of categorize something as a weak spot on this team, because by no means is a championship winning team weak. I guess it could be, but you know what I'm saying. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is a solid shooting guard option. I think he fits this team really well. He's probably not going to be my shooting guard for the entirety of today's video. That was kind of long story short, I guess. Peyton Watson is here as well. Probably going to see some more minutes now with Bruce Brown's departure. They have Jalen Pickett here as well. Was a second-round pick in this past year's draft. Small forward spot, Michael Never Swing the Rock Porter Jr. 6'10", 83 overall, obviously locked up on a long-term contract. If he develops well, plays well, probably not going to be going anywhere. Christian Brown, also expect him to see a bigger role this year with that departure of Bruce Brown. He actually had some really key minutes in the playoff run. I, for the longest time, thought his last name was pronounced Braun, not Brown, but apparently it's Brown. So he's 22 out of 76 overall. We'll see. Justin Holiday's in here. Good veteran presence. Could be obviously a good locker room guy. I cannot pronounce this dude's name, or at least I don't think I can. Is it Julian Strother? Gonzaga, correct? First round pick this past year. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. It is what it is. Aaron Gordon is here. Had some very, very key plays and obviously was a really valuable piece to this championship team. I think he's a very much serviceable power forward for the entire video. I don't really have many plans right now to move on from him, so we will see. Vlatko Konchar. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. I'm doggy shit with names. You all know that. But 73, 26 years old. We'll see. And then Hunter Tyson was a second round pick this year as well out of Clemson. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know much about him. Center spot, Mr. Nikola Jokic. 28 years old, 98 overall, two-time MVP, one-time finals MVP, and the man literally could not care less about basketball. At least it kind of appears that way, but obviously incredible. He does his own thing. I love watching him play. True hoops fans and basketball fans everywhere really, really like watching this guy play, and I think I do. I know I do, but yeah, man, he's just incredible. He's obviously not going anywhere. Zeke Naji is here. DeAndre Jordan, who actually won a ring, and it's just funny to think that DeAndre Jordan won a ring out of the big three back in Lob City first. I mean, good for him. I'm happy for DJ, but yeah, man, obviously there are some small upgrades we can make on this team. I don't have anything major for year one. I'm definitely going to send some guys to the G League for a little bit of development, but might have a smaller trade or two. We're going to be making a deal here with the Chicago Bulls and making an upgrade at our power forward spot. Vlatko Konchar, DeAndre Jordan, and a future second-round pick for Torrey Craig and Terry Taylor. Now, obviously, Torrey Craig is only 2 overalls higher than Konchar. It's really not a significant upgrade, but I think if this team wants to potentially go back and go back-to-back, I think having the highest overalls at every position is a really smart way to do that. So, real life, this is not a trade I make, especially including DeAndre Jordan. I think he's really valuable in that locker room. Here in 2K, it obviously doesn't matter. So, Torrey Craig, welcome to the team. Excited what you can see, what you can provide for us. And that is trade one. I'm not sure if there's going to be more or not. I promise I'll stop making trades with the Bulls after this, but this one was just too good for me to pass up. We're going to be picking up Jevon Carter here from Chicago. Obviously, is 5 years younger than Reggie Jackson. He's the same. Actually, he's one overall higher. I thought he was the same. And he also has a multi-year deal, which is going to be really beneficial for us. So, Reggie Jackson's awesome. Definitely could have been a backup point guard option for me. I think Jevon Carter, especially here in 2K, is going to be a little bit more valuable. So, welcome to the team. Other than that, I don't really have any trades. I think, obviously, improving this bench a little bit was a really good kind of starting point. Peyton Watson will be playing backup shooting guard minutes behind KCP. In terms of the small forward spot, maybe could look to just move Justin Holiday. I mean, if anybody wants to give me a draft pick for him, I'll definitely take it. He's not going to play for me here, so honestly, might as well. I'm not really seeing much right off the rip right here. And, yeah, I mean, I see a couple seconds, but I don't know. Would I rather have a second? You know, honestly, I probably would rather have a second. Or is there anybody that's younger on maybe a multi-year deal? I feel like that could, like, it's just, nah. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing here that gets me too excited. Like, Joe Wieskamp, is he expiring after this season? He is. How about if I include him? Like, Hunter Tyson is probably not going to play for me. I'm just going to be honest with you. Is there a draft pick here? Or somebody on a multi-year deal? Ah, man. All right, whatever. I'll just leave it. I'll set the rotation. After a couple small trades to improve the bench, we are finally ready for year one here in Denver. This rotation is looking incredible, especially this starting lineup, and I am very much hoping we can go back-to-back. So it's Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. Bench unit's going to be led by Christian Brown. Obviously young, want to get him some minutes. Hopefully he can develop at a very high level. Torrey Craig is in here, actually former Denver Nugget. Forgot to mention that when we made that trade with Chicago. Jevon Carter is here, newly acquired backup point guard. Zeke Naji going to be backing up Jokic, and Peyton Watson is going to be the backup shooting guard. So obviously, relatively good team. I think the lower end of the bench is maybe a little bit weak, but I don't think it'll affect us too much, especially for year one. So liking this team a lot, have very, very high hopes, and I will see you guys at the end of the first year. Year one comes to an end, and Nikola Jokic wins his third career MVP. He does it in amazing fashion. He averages a triple-double, just absolutely insane. We won 58 games this year, which is obviously great as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think Denver won 53 last year in their championship season. I definitely could be wrong on that. It's just what I'm going off on memory. All right, Victor Wembanyama is your Rookie of the Year. CP3. Giannis is your Depoy. Alperen Şengün, Most Improved. SGA, Clutch Player of the Year. Mike Malone does win Coach of the Year. Obviously, that is awesome. So, we're actually not even the one seed there in the West. You can see the Warriors at the top of the Western Conference. Full look at the standings. We actually tied with the Warriors. They must have had the tiebreaker. And, yeah, it's going to be a very, very fun playoff run coming up. Let's take a look at the stats on the year. Check out the numbers. Nikola Jokic obviously averaged a triple-double. He did lead us in scoring. Jamal Murray was not far behind him in points per game. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, KCP, Carter, Brown, Najee, Craig, Watson. Rebounds, Jokic. Assists, Jokic. Good God. All right, round one of the playoffs. It is going to be us against the New Orleans Pelicans here. CJ McCollum, Dyson Daniels, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas. Dude, time in and time out, every time I've seriously played the Pelicans, for some reason, they put Herb Jones off the bench. Now, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way to Dyson Daniels, but I'd be starting Herb Jones every day of the week. Now, I am a big Herb Jones fan. I've said that before. I don't know, just my opinion. All right, we're 1-1 right now in round one. We actually go down 2-1. That's never fun. We go up 3-2, though. In Game 6, we do end up closing it out to move on to the Memphis Grizzlies here in the Western Conference semifinals. So, Ja Morant, Desmond Bane. Looks like they made a trade. Added Harrison Barnes. Triple J, Steven Adams. You got my glorious King, Marcus Smart. I miss you. Xavier Tillman Sr., Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama. All right, let's see. Can we get by Memphis here in round two? We are currently up 2-1 against them. We go up 3-1, and we're back in the West Finals, and we're going to be taking on the Golden State Warriors. So this would be a fun matchup. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney. Got Chris Paul, Gary Payton. I honestly, do you put Draymond on Jokic? And I don't even know. Do you put Kevon Looney on him? I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's still going to do his thing. There's literally nobody in the league that can continuously do a good job guarding Nikola Jokic. And I'm not saying that to be mean to anybody or disrespectful. It's just a fact. We're up 3-1 right now, and we are back in the finals. Jokic averages a triple-double in the Western Conference Finals and is your Western Conference Finals MVP. We have the battle of the two best centers here in the finals. Look at the Sixers getting out of the second round. You got James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, Paul Reed, and Joel Embiid. James Harden, at this point right now when I'm recording this, I record my videos most of the time the day before. He reported to camp today, so yesterday when you're seeing this. I have no idea if that means he's going to end up playing for the Sixers this year. It's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. More importantly, we have a championship to worry about. We're up 2-0. We make it 2-1, 3-1, and we are back in Denver here. Can we close them out and end on a high note? Obviously, not a great start to the game right there, but we're battling back a little bit. Can we hold a lead and potentially go back-to-back in year one? It looks like we're going to do it. We don't know if we'll be back. Obviously, I haven't done a lot with the team, but we'll get a couple shots up. I mean, I like getting gameplay. We have a 12-point lead with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. Obviously, we're feeling good, but this one is definitely not over yet. So we got to play smart basketball, and I think we can hopefully do that because we have Nikola Jokic. So let's just go down to the rim. Jamal Murray misses it. That was a bad shot. That's my fault. All right, I got to play smart. Christian Brown's in the game right now. I'm not really sure who he's in for. It looks like it's Michael Porter Jr., which is an interesting decision. I did not mean to do that. James Harden is just cooking, and I'm just going at it with Tobias Harris right now, and Harris gets the land. All right, I got to not choke this because I have had situations before where I have thought I had competent and big enough leads, and it just ended up biting me right in the ass. Murray blows right by Harden. Going to kick it. That's what the fuck just happened, right? What are these animations? Oh, man. I'm going to get cooked here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is why I don't get gameplay. Hang it. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. All right. I want to run a floppy. I want to hit a three with somebody, preferably a good shooter. We're really running a floppy here with Nikola Jokic. Oh, my God. It's a charge. Oh, no. It's on Tobias Harris. Holy shit. Was he in the restricted area? He must have been. I don't know. Oh, my God. We just got extremely lucky. We are not in the bonus. I don't think we're going to get Michael Porter Jr. back in the game, which is obviously good. But Philadelphia is doing a hell of a job against me right now. So I'm going to try to kind of take it easy right now. Jamal Murray has low-key been cooking James Harden. It's just, inside Jokic. Jokic, let's go. Oh, my God. I don't know how I saw that, but we're back to a 9-point game at 2:05 left to go here in Denver. We got the altitude playing in our favor. That was such a big story, and, rightfully so. I mean, I've never been to Denver. I don't know how big of a difference it actually is when you're playing, but I imagine it's a lot, especially if you're, working out and running up and down a court. I expected actually a little bit of difference, but it was just funny how big of a storyline it was for an NBA Finals. I feel like there were so many other things you could have talked about, but they went with the altitude for, kind of the main takeaway. All right, Jokic here in the corner. Oh, my God, no way. Jokic hits a three. Oh, my God. I love it. He's got 25, 9, and 12 on the night, looking to go back-to-back Finals MVPs. We just got to hang on here. I got to try to play some good defense against James Harden. He's just cooking me right now. And Bede working low post against Jokic. He got me to jump. That's not good. That is not good. All right, 128. They go on full court press. It looks like it. I'm assuming they're not going to foul. All right, let's just blow by James Harden. And this Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. hits a three. I'm getting these releases down. I'm learning. Oh, my God. He has 19 points, 1 rebound, 0 assists. Oh, that's the most Michael Porter Jr. stat line I've ever seen. All right, we're up 11. I think this one's probably over. I'm just getting cooked in the pick and roll right now. But I feel like this one probably, oh, my God, Embiid has 46. I guess it really doesn't matter if you're not winning the game, but still. All right, let's try to run a floppy, and let's just put him away. I wouldn't mind shooting this with Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr., in the corner, back-to-back threes, baby. I'll see you guys with the Finals MVP. We officially go back-to-back in year one, as weird as that sounds. Nikola Jokic now 2-time Finals MVP, and obviously we still have 2 years to go in this rebuild. We are far from done. LeBron calls it a career after 21 years in the NBA. LeBron James calls it a career. Wow. All right, staff retirements. Popovich also calls it a career. Hall of Fame. LeBron James, jersey retirements. LeBron James, and draft lottery. Obviously, we're not going to have any picks in this draft lottery. Still cool to sim it. See who ends up with what. So the Spurs go back-to-back number 1 overall picks. Wow. Good God. That would be scary. Obviously, Mike Malone not going anywhere. He's now won 2 championships in a row as the head coach of this team, and we are up to the NBA draft. So we do have the 30th overall pick. We actually don't have many future assets to trade, which is definitely something to keep our eye on. But honestly, if I'm going to do anything with this pick, it might be trying to find an upgrade somewhere. So I don't know. I'll either see you guys in the draft or I'll see you guys with a trade. We're making a deal here with the Atlanta Hawks. We're sending them Hunter Tyson, Julian Strother in the 30th overall selection for number 15 overall in Bruno Fernando. Now, obviously, both these guys are relatively young, and maybe if this was like a 10-year rebuild, they could probably get some playing time after some development. I just don't see it as a scenario in today's 3-year rebuild. So moving up 15 spots along with picking up Bruno Fernando, who at worst can probably get me a first-round pick, feels like a good deal to me. So let's sim up to number 15. Obviously, there's somebody here we could draft. Definitely could play in year 1 or year 2, I guess. Year 1 of him being a draft drafted, I guess, as a rookie. So here's to take a look at the draft order so far. I mean, we're not going to get anybody, that's the top of the top prospects here, but we're hopefully going to get somebody at least somewhat competent. So looking at our options here, I mean, we're seeing a couple guys here, especially Jacoby Walter and Aaron Bradshaw. Kind of either a center or a shooting guard here. Now, my backup shooting guard last year was Peyton Watson. And again, I don't think he was, a standout by any means. And I think Jacoby Walter honestly could be an upgrade. Our scouting department says he's a 75 overall. Do I want to go him or Bradshaw? I think Zeke Najee's probably serviceable enough to probably go ahead and remain our backup center, I think. I don't know. Das Mara is also here. Drafted him before. He's 7'3" out of UCLA. Patrick Ewing. Mitch Richmond. I always laugh at these comparisons. Maybe I go with Das Mara. Would that be a smart pick? I just don't know, because it says his overall is a C versus like potentially a guaranteed 75. You know what? I'm taking Jacoby Walter. I don't know if that's the right pick or not, but it says that he's a 75 overall, and he's actually a 76 overall. I think it was probably the right pick. It is what it is. So we're bringing back everybody. KCP actually picks up his player option. So does Torrey Craig. So we're going to have some options here if we maybe want to look to potentially expand the starting shooting guard spot. Not saying KCP is a problem or we can't win without him or win with him, because we obviously have. But I wouldn't mind making an upgrade. He's obviously not getting any younger either. So I think at this point I'm just going to offer Zeke Najee a contract. I think he's a very serviceable backup center, and honestly I don't really have any plans besides that right now, besides a potential trade. So let's see what we can do. We're going to try to work on a trade here with the Atlanta Hawks and see if we can pick up DeJounte Murray. I think he'd be a clear-cut upgrade over Contavious Caldwell-Pope. We're also going to offer up Bruno Fernando and Peyton Watson. Obviously, we got Bruno Fernando in an actual deal with the Atlanta Hawks prior, and Peyton Watson, honestly, wasn't necessarily terrible for his role. I mean, I don't like basing things off per 36 numbers, but you can just take a look right there as a hypothetical. Obviously, we went ahead and drafted his replacement, though, here in Jacoby Walter, who's 2 overalls higher and a little bit younger. So I'm going to try to get DeJounte Murray. We obviously don't have a ton of future assets, so we got to keep that in mind. I also wouldn't mind maybe offering up Terry Taylor, and that's actually all it took. So very excited to have DeJounte Murray here. I think fit-wise, I think KCP might have been a little bit of I don't want to say a better fit, because I just think he, required the ball in his hands less than maybe Murray would, but I think it's going to be fine. I'm not too worried about it. So we have a Murray backcourt now, funny enough. All right, other than that, I'm good with Christian Brown being the backup, obviously newly drafted Jacoby Walter. Javon Carter's probably fine. Zeke Naji, we just re-signed. And then I wouldn't mind maybe trying to get a backup power forward that's just a little bit better. So let's look at our options here in free agency for power forwards, and they're not great. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not great. So I'm going to get a little cheesy here. I'm going to sign Drew Eubanks, and I'm going to include him in a trade with, I forget who else was there. We had a couple other players I wouldn't mind maybe moving. Let's just see, like if I do Drew Eubanks and Torrey Craig, that's who it was. Paul Reed. I like Paul Reed. I'm a big Paul Reed fan. I think he's probably going to be my guy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really seeing anything. Ooh, oh, it's Jalen. No disrespect. If it was Jaden, I might have maybe said yes, since you're little. All decent options, but yeah, Paul Reed's going to be my guy. All right, so he's going to be our new backup power forward, and then other than that, like Julian Phillips, I don't really need if anybody wants to give me a draft pick. That's actually a first. Thank you very much. And then I will do this again with Philip Petrozev. I don't know. Thank you very much. Another trade with Atlanta. That's 3 trades with Atlanta this offseason. All right, we're all set. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. We've now officially gone back-to-back. One of them was ours, the other one was real life, but I'm still counting it as a back-to-back. We are not satisfied, though. We made a major upgrade in the starting lineup, adding DeJounte Murray next to Jamal Murray. We got the Murray-on-Murray backcourt. Very excited to see how it works out. So obviously we just went over that. You got Michael Porter Jr. here at the 3, Aaron Gordon at the 4, and Nikola Jokic at the 5. Bench units, it's pretty good. I think we made some upgrades, and I'm excited to see how it kind of pans out here for year 2. So Christian Brown going to remain as our 6th man, followed by Paul Reed, Zeke Naji, Jacoby Walter, newly drafted, and Javon Carter. So I think this team's absolutely insane. I fully expect to be in the mix for a championship, and hopefully a three-peat. That would be a dynasty. I'll see you guys at the end of the final year. A 4th career MVP for Nikola Jokic is here. He averages another triple-double. This dude is off the charts. He'd probably be in GOAT conversations by now. 4 MVPs, 2 championships, potentially on his way to a 3rd. I don't know about GOAT, but he's getting up there. We go 66-16 on the year. Absolutely awesome, and we're feeling good. We really are. Donovan Clingan is your rookie of the year. He is in Dallas. Isaiah Collier, 6th man of the year in Indiana. Giannis is your DPOY. Scoot Henderson, most improved. Tyrese Maxey, clutch player of the year. Mike Malone, 2nd straight coach of the year. So, all right, we're the 1 seed this year. Last year we were the 2 seed. We still got it done, and I think we definitely have a chance to do it again. So let's take a look at the stats, see who played well. I bet everybody did, because honestly, this team's insane. Jokic, Jamal Murray, DeJounte Murray. Obviously, the scoring is going to go down for some guys when you add a guy like DeJounte Murray, who could score the basketball, at a little bit of a higher level than Contavious Caldwell-Pope. So, really solid rookie season for Jacoby Walter, who's our sixth leading scorer. And he was not even our sixth man. Impressive. Rebounds Jokic and assists Nikola Jokic as well. So round one here of the Western Conference playoffs, it is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. Shake Milton, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Karl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. You got Naz Reid off the bench, Tyrese Proctor. It's a pretty good team right there. I just don't really think they stand a chance against, how good we are, our depth. I mean, it's just insane. We end up sweeping there. We're moving on to the Houston Rockets here in the Western Conference semifinals. Little bit of an interesting team. You got a couple good vets here in Fred VanVleet, Kyle Kuzma. Nice young piece in Jalen Green, who you're building around. Jabari Smith Jr., Şengün. You got KPJ off the bench, Amen Thompson, Tyree Eason. All right, let's see what happens here in the second round. I think this Rockets team is good, but they are young. Definitely something to keep in mind. We are currently 2-2 with them here in round two. We go up 3-2, and we're back in the Western Conference Finals for, I guess, technically a third straight year. It is the Memphis Grizzlies, who I believe we beat in round two last year, if my memory serves me correctly. Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Harrison Barnes, Triple J, and Brandon Clark. You got Marcus Smart. It's Christian Wood, new addition. Steven Adams. All right, that is an interesting bench, to say the least. We are currently 1-1 with Memphis. We go up 2-1. They go 2-2 with us. We go up 3-2, and we're going to Game 7, the best two words in sports. Can we get it done and go back to the finals for a third straight year? We can. We can. We're going to be taking on Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm sure many of you know how much this game loves Darius Garland. I'm surprised he actually hasn't won an MVP yet. But, we kind of have the MVP. That'd be tough. Obviously, an incredible backcourt here. Isaac Okoro locking it down at the 3, and an incredible front court here. Also got Nikola Vucevic coming off the bench. Surprised. Cole Anthony as well. Max Strus. They have made some upgrades to that bench. So, a little nervous here, to say the least. And, we're currently up 2-1. Make that 3-1. And that is a three-peat. That is 3 straight championships for us here in Denver. That is a third finals MVP for Nikola Jokic, albeit not a triple-double, but it is still insanely impressive. So heading into our final offseason, obviously we are looking to win, I guess that would be a 4th straight championship. But we're feeling really good right now. We feel like we have the talent to do so. Could maybe make an improvement or two to the bench. We'll see what we end up doing. So draft lottery, not going to be in our favor, obviously, as we're just too damn good to have a lottery pick, but it is what it is. Bulls, Sixers, Lakers, Nets, and Rockets. Oh, I did forget LeBron retired after year 1. But even with that, Anthony Davis there, you got D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves. I'm surprised. All right, staff signing. We want to make sure Mike Malone is still our head coach. He is. Let's head up to the NBA draft right now and see what we got in terms of the pick department. We have absolutely nothing, and that's fine by me. All right, team player options here. Aaron Gordon does decline. Definitely somebody we want to get back in free agency. We're bringing back Christian Brown, and then Javon Carter actually picks up his player option. So Aaron Gordon, obviously my number one priority right now. Definitely have to make sure we are able to retain his services. So take a look at free agency. Oh, Jamal Murray's a free agent. Yep, he's actually my number one priority, but we're going to get them both back anyways, at least I hope so. So we do get them both back. Lindy Walters, you can probably go, and everybody else pretty much free to go. We do have 2 small trade exceptions. It's under $2 million a piece. Obviously, Murray and Gordon is our number one priority, though. So good to get them both back. Other than that, at this point, I think there's maybe some things we can do to maybe upgrade the bench a little bit. You guys know me. I don't love leaving benches exactly identical year to year, so we'll see if we can make a small move. I mean, let's just look at free agency. Seen a couple guys in here that, I don't know, probably wouldn't be too big of help, but you know what? I'm going to get a little cheesy. I am. I'm going to sign Jose Alvarado, and I'm going to combine him in a trade with Javon Carter. Not that Javon Carter wasn't good enough, but again, if we can make an upgrade into the final year, why the hell wouldn't I? So we're going to do this. Let's trade a pick as well. Actually, maybe even like this Hawks pick. And I'm just looking for point guards right now. We have what's that, combined salary, almost $12 million, so maybe a little more than $12 million. We got some options here. I'm not seeing many point guards, so hang with me. I'd love to try to add Cole Anthony to this team. He's now in Sacramento. I think, was it Memphis last year? I don't even know where he was. But nonetheless, I'd like to add him to this team. He'd obviously be an overall upgrade in terms of the backup point guard. He'd be very welcomed here with open arms. So let's see if we can get this done. Obviously, this is the final year. I'll give up whatever picks you want. I'm not making any other trades. So take as many firsts as it takes. Honestly, I do not care. It takes 3. It is what it is. It is year 3. All right, we're all set. I'm going to leave this team, other than that, exactly the same way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. See you guys at the start of the third and final season. It's now official. We have a dynasty going here in Denver. It's 3 straight championships. We're looking to make it 4. All we did this offseason was improve the bench. I don't want to say all like it wasn't anything big, but in terms of the starting 5, it remains exactly the same. We got the Murray on Murray backcourt, MPJ here at the 3, Aaron Gordon at the 4, Nikola Jokic at the 5. This is what I'm talking about with 2K. Not that it's any sort of major regression, but Jamal Murray should shouldn't be going down in overall. He is 28 years old, coming off of a very, very good season. There's no reason that overall should be going down. That's just 2K at its finest. Bench unit's now going to be led by Cole Anthony. Jacoby Walter had a very, very impressive rookie year for us. He takes a bump up in the rotation. Christian Brown wasn't necessarily playing poor for us or anything. We just have some guys that fit a 6th and 7th man mold a little bit better. Zeke Naji's still here backing up Jokic, and Paul Reed going to be backing up Aaron Gordon. So it's officially 3 straight championships. We're looking to make it 4. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. This dude literally just cannot stop winning. It is a 5th career MVP for Nikola Jokic, the 3rd of this video. It is another triple-double, and it is a 75-win season. Absolutely insane way to cap off this video in terms of the regular season, and we're looking to make it a 4th straight championship here in Denver. I'm flabbergasted right now. Cooper Flagg's Rookie of the Year. He is a Chicago Bull. Isaiah Collier, 6th Man of the Year once again. Giannis is your depoy. Justin Edwards, Most Improved. Damian Lillard, Clutch Player of the Year. Mike Malone, Coach of the 75-7 Denver Nuggets, is your Coach of the Year. I mean, I just don't really have words. I mean, 75 wins is just so far beyond, like, the grasp of reality. I mean, it almost makes you laugh at 2K, but then again, I mean, look at this team. So, I mean, I'm loving it. It is all great, and things are definitely on the up and up. I haven't actually done this so far in 2K24. I want to check, like, the stats on this team. How many? We scored 127 points a game. That's not the right button. Good God. This game, I swear to God, they changed the layouts on how you're supposed to check things every single year. 127 points per game. Defensively, we were number 1 as well. All right. Here's going to be in round 1. It is the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic, Josh Richardson. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They let Luka and Tatum on the same team. Oh, shit. All right. Well, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. This is definitely not an easy first-round opponent by any means. This would be hell of a TV matchup. We're down 3-1. Oh, my God. Man, like, okay, game 7. Holy shit, we came back from being down 3-1. I mean, that's just insane, though, it is. The young Portland Trailblazers, along with Chris Middleton, are here. They are ready to battle. It is a very good team. Looks like they got quite a bit of depth as well. Our old friend Bruce Brown, I miss you. All right, let's see what happens here in the Western Conference semifinals. We go up 3-0, and can we close it out? We can. Back in the Western Conference Finals against the play-in Oklahoma City Thunder. They are a little bit established at this point. Obviously, see some progression. Oh my God, was Russell Westbrook back? That's hilarious. Oh my God, that's awesome. All right, can we beat the Thunder here in the Western Conference Finals? We are currently up 3-0, and that is a clean sweep, and we are going to be taking on, if I saw that correctly, LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. All right. LaMelo Ball, Stephon Cassell, Brandon Miller, PJ Washington, Clint Capella. There's just not a goddamn chance this team's winning a game. Okay, they won one. Good for you. Nikola Jokic, now what would that be, a 4-time Finals MVP? Oh my God, that's insane. He's 100% the GOAT at that point, right? I mean, 5 MVP. I don't know. I think he has to be. I don't know. More importantly, this video was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed recording this one. Obviously not the most challenging team in the world to do a rebuild with. Next video tomorrow, I'll probably try to find a team that's a little bit more challenging. So you guys have any ideas or any thoughts on who that should be, let me know down below in the comment section, along with any other video ideas. And that's it for me. My alarm just went off. I'm sorry. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.